Buddy, welcome back into Universe Mode. And we are on the final week here in Universe Mode before Clash of the Champions. What a big time card it's going to be. 2 streams to go before Clash of the Champions. It's going to be big business, folks. And the big thing is that coming up in the first week of October, as that is going to be an NXT event, NXT Hell in a Cell, that'll be their next big event there, while WWE will be hosting Halloween Havoc. So we're doing a little swap this go-around, where typically Halloween Havoc is an NXT show, and Hell in a Cell would be a WWE show, but this go-around, we've swapped it here in our Universe Mode, so there you have it. We'll run down the card real quick as we wait for folks to join in. Clash of the Champions set to be a big-time event coming up. And the first week in October, the brand new interim president of WWE will make his appearance and will make his presence known. And we'll finally have a boss again after Mr. McMahon's sudden retirement due to everything from Retribution. My goodness, the new interim president will be here in the meantime. So we'll run down the card real quick as we wait for folks to join in. Clash of the Champions coming up. It'll be just 2 streams away. We have the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line. The Usos defending against the Natural Disasters. NWO Shawn Michaels, who was with Buff Bagwell. He took on Dolph Ziggler on our Patreon exclusive WWE Dark. It's going to be NWO Shawn Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler at Clash of the Champions. After what happened on WWE Dark on Patreon, Dolph's going to want to get a little bit of revenge on Michaels. Of course, we have our main event, the Undisputed Championship on the line. Mustafa Ali versus Omos. And we have an interesting main event on Raw tonight involving Omos and the man that pinned him a number of weeks ago on SmackDown. Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Generation Now defending against Retribution, with Retribution winning a huge match on SmackDown on our last stream. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Seth Rollins defending against Robert Roode, but there's still some interesting stuff with Tommaso Ciampa on the mix, as you can see. One of the rivalries down below. United States Championship on the line. Austin Theory defending against Jordan Devlin. Brock Lesnar one-on-one with Machine. Bianca Belair will defend the WWE Women's Championship against Asuka. They've had a number of matches as of late here on the card, and we can now name it as an official matchup. It's been back and forth that these two have been going at it, and it will be a ladder match coming up at Clash of the Champions. We'll see if this will finally put the feud to rest between Bianca Belair and Asuka as they go one-on-one in the ladder match. Montez Ford versus Angelo Dawkins, and Roman Reigns versus Edge, with a stipulation to be named. And you guys get to name that stipulation if you head on over to patreon.com/TBSports27. You guys can name that stipulation over there. Check us out, patreon.com/TBSports27. And we're at the top of our stream, so let's do a shout out real quick to our patrons. We want to give a shout out to Justin Russell and Mr. Maple. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the action and helping to support the channel over at patreon.com/TBSports27. While you're here as well on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up as well. Subscribe, thumbs up, helps the algorithm out, and just keep getting those views up. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, man. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly crawling there. We already got a couple thumbs up, so thank you guys so much for helping out. Let's see, we are at 529, so we're slowly getting, we're more than halfway to 1,000 subs. We got a bunch of you joining us in the chat as well. We got Connor joining us. We got Elite joining us. Brian is here as well. Connor says Seth versus Ciampa would be an amazing match. I think so. Right now, it's Seth versus Robert Roode, but there's definitely something interesting with Ciampa because he made his presence known last time on Raw, where Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal were going at it, so we'll have to wait and see. And Brian is watching NXT. Yes, I have YouTube TV, of course. You guys know I'm a YouTube TV subscriber. So I got the YouTube TV rolling right now, and I'm going to be checking out NXT right after this stream. we've kind of mentioned in previous streams, we're kind of going to try to keep a little bit of a streaming schedule if we can. It's usually going to be around this time, this kind of 8 o'clock hour usually. And this way it can be more kind of a consistent thing. But we're looking at streaming on Tuesday, Thursdays, and the weekends when it is possible to do so. So Tuesdays, of course, today, NXT Day, so we usually stream at this time. Thursday, it's about the same time. We have Impact and Ring of Honor, but those are shows that you can kind of catch on the weekend kind of thing. So that's why we're kind of doing a Tuesday, Thursday streaming schedule. Possibly Friday. Friday might be kind of a wild card thrown in there if we can find the time on Friday, but usually Friday is kind of a getting together with the family or coworkers kind of thing. And then weekends, we usually try to stream around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. This is Eastern time, or we try to stream later on in the evening. But with the XFL and the USFL starting up, you know, there's a lot more going on. And I'm going to try to make Sunday be kind of like our Patreon day. So that's where we would do our Patreon exclusive streams for our patrons, which would be the Female My Rise here on WWE 2K. It would be the Sunday night RXFL game if we hit that point in the season. It would be the Lefty Richard Road to the Show, the XHL. Those are kind of our Patreon exclusive series that we got going on over there. And I'm kind of maybe saving that for Sunday. So streaming day is looking at a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday schedule with maybe a Friday thrown in there, with Sunday being kind of our Patreon day there. So let's switch this one up here. Now, instead of doing, I'm not sure why they want Bianca and Asuka teaming up, but we are going to, I guess, kind of do the same match, but we'll put the challengers together. It's interesting because in real life, they're going to be competing with one another for the championship, and they have the big ladder match coming up. We're going to put them up against the Hug and Boss Connection since Sasha Banks was already there. Now, they're just coming off of a defeat on SmackDown as they got beat by Retribution. So we'll have to see how they answer back here as they go up against these a championship matchup here coming up at... No, I want to do the match. There we go. Jump into it. And we shall see how this one is going to end up between these four. And we always say it in here in Universe Mode, if you got a number one contender or a champion and they're in a match and they get beat, I don't know how much this happens in WWE in real life, but if Asuka or Bianca or somebody gets beat in this match, I would dare say that Sasha or Bayley, or depending on how the match goes, even both, would kind of turn that match suddenly into a triple threat or a fatal four-way. So that is certainly something to watch out for. So all these matches leading up to the mega events, and we kind of call them mega events. That's kind of our word instead of pay-per-view. I took that from No DQ CAW. That was their thing, and kind of I like the name mega event. So it'll be, there's always a lot on the line, basically, to be said with the lead up to the mega events where someone slips up or someone loses it, and all of a sudden the match changes. Well, there's your WWE Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Got some Grayson Waller chatter in the chat. Yeah. Here comes your number one contender.
And her partner from Osaka, Japan, Asuka.
Yeah, that'll be a fun match. Grayson Waller coming up. I gotta hopefully I'll be able to get a chance to watch TakeOver. I'm going to be driving up to Dothan to hang out with my buddies. And I'm going to be driving up on Saturday morning. So it's going to be about a 6-hour drive. So they'll have to, I don't know, hang tight for me to be able to see the show. But we can always watch it after the fact.
And Bayley and Sasha Banks.
So here's your Hug and Boss Connection. What kind of predictions you guys got for this one? Is Sasha, Bayley going to bounce back? Well, we got a Thursday XFL game today. My buddy just reminded me, so I don't know if we'll stream on Thursday or not. That's going to be a big one too. The Roughnecks and the Sea Dragons, which is kind of the rematch of that controversial ending from the original XFL. So we'll have to see. Maybe if we stream early enough, we can get the XFL game. But it's XFL, man. You gotta watch. All right, here we go. This is gonna be big business right here. The old question: Bianca and Asuka have to work together to be able to keep their ladder match at Clash of the Champions a singles match. If not, it's gonna get more involved if they slip up. So obviously they don't want to work together, but if you want to keep your winning percentages at 50% rather than 33 1/3%, Scott Steiner, or 25%, they got to work together and get this win. What do you think about Grayson Waller? He's got a big mouth on him, right? He usually can back it up. He did get beat by Braun Breaker at Vengeance Day. But, I mean, he can scrap with the best of them, and he went toe-to-toe on the mic with Shawn Michaels a week ago. So I don't know, that's how it goes in wrestling, right? You got these phenomenal top talents, but sometimes they get in their own way. Big mouth, run their mouth, not good people. I thought the same thing about Austin Theory. I saw him kind of grow up and evolve. I was an Evolve subscriber. After the Flow Slam days, I was a subscriber to Evolve for a time, basically until their ending, when they went on their own. And I was like, that guy's going to be a big guy one day in WWE. And here he is, but he's still got that same old attitude. He needs Gigi Dolan back with him. What do you think? Did you guys ever see that pair in Evolve? Austin Theory and Gigi Dolan were quite the pairing. And it was almost like she kind of kept him in line, right? She kept him from getting out of control. And then when he went on his own, first he went with Zelina Vega, then he went with Gargano, and he, kind of turned into a goof a little bit. Wait a minute, Bayley! Oh my goodness! And Bayley, a second away from being added to the ladder match. And what a bounce back it would be for Bayley and Sasha after the defeat just a couple of days ago on SmackDown, to come in and get the win and find themselves in a championship opportunity after losing to the number one contenders to the Women's Tag Team Championships. Bianca Belair right now in a bad way, but she's fighting back into it. No, Sasha Banks, the boss. Oh, Bayley on the back of her head. Here comes Bianca. Nice shot to Sasha Banks. And Banks going up, and she goes right to the floor. Ooh, and Asuka getting dropped in the back of her head now. Hold on now. Bianca from the ring to the outside. What a big splash. Should take a moment here to talk to... a Bayley to belly countered by Asuka. Our main event tonight, Omos versus T-Bar. It's going to be a rematch. It was just a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. We saw the alleged attack from Retribution onto Omos with the car. Omos at less than 100% pinned in a multi-man match by T-Bar. Omos calling out T-Bar. And he wants to get that win back. He wants to beat T-Bar going into the championship matchup with Mustafa Ali. And you guys want to check out WWE Dark Episode 10 on patreon.com/tvsports27, where we had a huge tag team match. It was a street fight match, and it was Omos and Edge teaming up against Ali, Mustafa Ali, and Roman Reigns. And the results of that matchup is kind of what's leading to what we got coming up at Clash of the Champion between Roman Reigns and Edge. And Bayley taps out Asuka with the Asuka lock. And the ladder match will remain a one-on-one between Asuka and Bianca Belair. Well, Bianca was in trouble for a moment there, but they're going to work together. And it's going to be a one-on-one ladder match between the two. A rivalry that's been going on for a number of weeks now, a number of matches between Asuka and Bianca Belair. That was almost it right there for Belair. And you see how close it was. Oh, my goodness. But they survived. They didn't even show the Asuka lock. Not even celebrating with each other. They're staying far away on the opposite ends of the ring. Even though this is technically a rivalry match, we're not getting any kind of extra cutscene, but that's okay. I've been hearing, too, about 2K23 that they took the random cutscenes out, which I don't necessarily like. I like that you can pick stuff, but the fact that they took the cutscenes out is kind of, I'm not a huge fan of. So if you guys have had the chance to play 2K23, let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's have an interesting match. Speaking of return matches here, let's go ahead and do a little six-man action. We're going to do another tag match here. This is going to be another tornado one. You know what? Let's switch it. Let's do a triple threat tornado tag. And we want to get in the mix because it was the New Day who defeated, if you guys remember, just earlier this month in Universe Mode months, it was the New Day that actually defeated, they pinned and defeated Retribution. So, Retribution, I'm surprised there hasn't really been any big retaliation about that, but it looks like that maybe tonight they're going to be looking at it. So we'll throw RK Bro into the mix here. And we will do Mace, 2.0 Mace, and we will do Slapjack here. And we'll see if Lightning can strike twice with the New Day. Currently not on the card coming up at Extreme or at Clash of the Champions, but a win here could always get them back into the mix. Wonder if we'll have something tonight. I don't really know the card till we get to that point in the show. I kind of look at the matches that are laid out and kind of decide who we edit, who we put in. Of course, Natural Disasters, Uso. It's going to be a big-time match. And as you guys know, another plug here for our Patreon account. We do 3 pre-show matches. Sunday Night Heat, kind of a throwback to original, how the countdown shows used to be. If you guys remember, I loved how they did Sunday Night Heat in the arena leading up to the show. You got a bunch of matches, you got interviews. I'm not really a huge, the current day pre-shows for the pay-per-views are pretty skippable, and I wish they would go back to those early 98 to maybe 2001 era of Sunday Night Heat leading into the pay-per-views and just kind of it was almost like the first 30 minutes of the pay-per-view happened on Sunday Night Heat, which AEW kind of does that a little bit with 0 Hour, but or the buy-in or whatever they call it these days. But yeah, I would like to see that revisited. So with that being said, 3 of the matches, it's usually a stacked card. 3 of these pay-per-view matches are going to be in our Sunday Night Heat kickoff on patreon.com/tvsports27. We had a Sunday Night Heat style arena, but it's very glitchy, and we may just end up doing like the pay-per-view arena as well for that. So we'll have to see. It'd be cool if I can get like the same pay-per-view set, but just kind of put Sunday Night Heat logos on there, which would be kind of the cool, more ideal thing to do. But it'll maybe help to, remind you of like, hey, this is the show that goes with the pay-per-view if we just do it like that. We also have some WWE Dark and arenas for Raw and SmackDown as well. But since we've kind of been doing them within Universe Mode a little bit, we have not been using those arenas as much. So same thing, we might just keep it here in the arena. Of course, we always do a bonus match on WWE Dark, and we'll let you know when we get to the end of the stream what it's going to be. Hype you up. Get you ready for it.
And at a combined weight of 534 pounds, Mace and Slapjack Retribution.
Mason Slapjack, members of the rebellious Retribution group, leading into Clash of the Champions. Some huge matches. Reckoning and Retaliation will challenge against Natalya and Tamina. We know Mustafa Ali will defend the Undisputed Championship against Omos. Machine will be going one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. And considering without there being a boss, I'm almost surprised that there's not any kind of Retribution involvement with like a T-Bar or a Mace or something, but that might still come, and maybe a win like this in this triple threat matchup turns your Usos Natural Disasters match into a triple threat match. Maybe this is how they kind of justify, not that they need it, not that these guys, these crooks need it, but if they can find a way to justify themselves on the card, they'll take it. So triple threat matchup here. New Day, again with the win over Retribution just a number of weeks ago. Of course, they had the big WrestleMania matchup. That was a rivalry that was reborn here. And RK Bro, who has been on the outside of the Tag Team Championship picture for some time. Oh, up and over. How do you guys think this thing is ever going to end with Retribution? I mean, it's been going longer than real life Retribution went. This thing's been going, if we pick it up for real life WWE time and then into our universe mode, I mean, more than a year, almost 2 years at this point, they've been running roughshod. And, we've had our fair share of big, groups in the past in our old universe mode. We had the Main Event Mafia, and that ended in the Fatal 4-Way War Games matchup. Maybe that's something that, we'll see come to a head between these groups. Of course, we also had the NXT ECW War Games before in our previous universe. Matt Riddle, knee to the face. Down goes Mace. And this has turned into a wild brawl already. Slapjack and Big E, Kofi getting stretched out there. And Riddle with that splash like a senton off the top. He's going to hit off the ropes, and Mace just sidesteps Riddle. And then about beheads Matt Riddle. Look at Big E. He's got Slapjack and just puts him right onto the mats on the outside. Kofi and Randy Orton reliving that feud, are they not? Matt Riddle in the ring with Mace hammering back, and this one gotten out of control. Victories can only happen in the ring, so they're scrapping and they're fighting, but they certainly want to consider being back into the ring. Big E, oh my God, spine breaker to, let's go ahead, break his spine, eliminate him. It's Retribution, we don't care. Slapjack back into the ring now. Mace is going to go after Big E. This is Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before Clash of the Champions. What have you guys thought so far? Do you guys like that we got rid of main event? We get to the mega events a little quicker. Oh, wait a minute. Slapjack came in there, about stole the matchup out of nowhere. Riddle out on his feet. And he's in a bad way right now. He's just going to get laid out by Mace and Slapjack. Oh, breaking the elbow right there. Back of the head, Slapjack drops Riddle. Here's your cover. And Retribution takes it. New Day dealing with Orton on the outside. Poor RK Bro just ended up on a 2-1 beatdown. But there you go. It's another victory for Retribution 2.0. Randy Orton got his fair share on the outside of the ring.
And Slapjack Retribution.
All right, we roll on Monday Night Raw here. Retribution picking up a victory. Asuka and Bianca picking up the victory. What do you say? We do about 7 matches or so on Raw here. Finn Balor and Roderick Strong. Let's see. I don't know. I don't really have anything with that match. There's no big. Let's just cut that one. There's no big interest coming out of that one. So we're gonna edit and we're gonna delete. Brock Lesnar versus Apollo Crews and Omos. Instead of Apollo Crews, let's switch it up here. What kind of match do we have? Falls Count Anywhere, Extreme Rules, Backstage Brawl, which always puts us in the arena. Ladder, table, TLC, Iron Man. We haven't done an Iron Man yet in Universe Mode. Last Man Standing submission. When is the last ladder match we had? Would it have been Money in the Bank? I'm trying to think if we would have had a... I'm sure we've had a more recent ladder match. Maybe at Extreme Rules? Trying to even think back. I guess it would have been at the G1 Supercard, the 24/7 title match was a ladder match. So back-to-back ladder matches, we'll do what we do. Let's just do a regular match. I mean, anything with Brock in there is going to be good and destructive. And let's shuffle. Let's shuffle it up. Let's see who he's going to fight. It's got to be somebody from our Universe Mode, of course. Elias is technically in our Universe Mode, even though we don't really use him much. Let's throw Elias in the mix. We haven't seen him in a while, and we'll see what happens as Brock Lesnar's prepping for his match against Machine. And actually, let's make a little interesting. Let's make a little edit here, because we've been hearing the rumors, right? The rumors have been swirling about this, about one Paul Heyman making his return and being in the mix. And we don't really use the managers too often, but we need to, especially because tornado matches, you can't even use them. Oh, did I go right past them? There we go. Bobby Heenan's supposed to be the manager of the Natural Disasters as well, and we don't really get him into the mix because it's always a tag match. So, yeah, didn't Bobby Heenan have an involvement in one of our Universe Modes previously? Maybe he's with the Millionaires Club, I think. But we're going to see Paul Heyman come out with Brock Lesnar and fuel the speculation on this whole thing with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. And you hear rumors about Roman Reigns, and who knows what's going to be going on. Of course, and I know in our previous Universe Mode with ECW, we had Paul Heyman as part of the Dangerous Alliance, Cesaro and Wade Barrett and all them, and of course Don Callis and the Top Talent Agency led to quite a war between Callis and Top Talent Agency and Paul Heyman's Dangerous Alliance. So here you see Paul Heyman coming out. Brock Lesnar set to go one-on-one with Machine coming up at Clash of the Champions. Machine's has had quite the winning streak as well since he's joined with Retribution. Of course, Retribution was highly recruiting our current 24/7 champion Killshot, and instead it was Machine that joined up.
Hello, I am Elias. And as the man who holds the power of the wind in his fist, I've got one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias?
And people want to walk with Elias.
Now, I have been all across the world. I've been to Paris, I've been to Italy, all across Europe, South America, South Africa, you name it. Elias has been there, and it has brought me here tonight. And it seems everywhere I go, no matter what I do, a universal truth follows me. And I am certain that everyone here knows it. It is that WWE stands for... I said WWE stands for...
Do you think the longer Brock waits, he's just getting fed up?
Well, I gotta tell you, I certainly came prepared with a song tonight, but before I get started, I need you all to do a few things for me. I need you to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths.
Surprised Brock hasn't gone up on stage and just ripped the guitar from him.
For a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I want to punch them in the face. I'm waiting for a town that's not such a disgrace, but I see so many stupid people, I want to punch them in the face.
For a guy that hasn't been booked on Universe Mode in quite some time, you would think you would want to, you know, be more friendly with the crowd, but not so much. Man, he gets a really long entrance here. I don't remember if I've used Elias yet in Universe Mode, so I guess he gets his whole walk down and everything. That's pretty cool. But you made the Beast wait, and I mean, some people are chanting for Elias. Wow. But here we go. We will see how Elias holds up. Mr. Sampson going up against Brock Lesnar with, you know, Paul Heyman at ringside. As we said, let the rumors be fueled right here. And Elias, he's just getting taken to Suplex City by Brock Lesnar right now. Big lariat, big clothesline by Lesnar. Clash of the Champions coming up a week away in Universe Mode time. Oh my God, was that down to the suplex, or he's trying to counter it or what? But this is the Brock Lesnar we're used to seeing. We saw Brock go on a slight bit of a losing streak in SummerSlam. A very brief run with the United States Championship. He would lose it to Austin Theory, back to Austin Theory. in his run-in with the KOA. And, you know, of course, he had the slip-up, the loss to Johnny Gargano. He had the loss to Will Ospreay at G1 Supercard. But as of late, he's gotten back into it, and you wonder if the influence of Paul Heyman has anything to do with Brock Lesnar turning the corner. And Elias just thrown to the floor by Brock. Elias getting a few licks in, a few blows. But it's all Brock Lesnar as he is wearing out Elias. And Elias's return to Universe Mode may be very well short-lived. Look at that. Elias just staggers and just crumbles to the floor. Almost like he's getting some cider. Right? Like when Homer's getting cider at the cider mill. And another clubbing blow by Brock. Elias answering back. And Brock, I mean, that shot by Elias barely affected Brock, as Brock's just answering back, shot after shot. How about a couple of suplexes for Mr. Sampson? And we might be sending him back to, I don't know, Nashville or something. Because there's your suplexes. And now Brock. Oh, he wants to submit Elias. I thought he was going to go for a little F5 right there. But instead, he tries a snap. I think he might have broken the arm of Elias. Holy smokes. Brock Lesnar is back, folks. He's got Paul Heyman with him, and he's about as dangerous as could be. No questions asked. But we hear the rumors. Not only Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, but we're hearing this stuff about Roman Reigns, and we know the relationship with Retribution is obviously, I don't think, what Roman Reigns may have thought he agreed into, and maybe just like the rest of us, feeling like they got manipulated by Mustafa Ali. Maybe Roman Reigns is feeling that way. He bought into Retribution backing him up, but now it's the other way around. Now Roman Reigns is backing up Retribution and the WWE Undisputed Champion and Mustafa Ali. One with Machine coming up at Clash of the Champions. So here's an interesting one. We've been seeing these two go at it for quite some time. This is going to be yet another match, but I wonder if we'll get anything out of it. Maybe we need to add that to Clash of the Champions, this conclusion, or we can do some kind of stipulation match between Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. So let's go ahead and throw it onto the card. Becky versus Shayna, because they've been going at it. Shayna Baszler, Becky. I had Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio on the card too. We can throw that on the card. Mr. Money in the Bank. Is he ever going to cash in? Who knows? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches, which means 3 of those, again, is going to take place on Sunday Night Heat, and then we will get the following 9 matches as part of the main card. So yeah. So there you go on that. And we usually split up the mega event into 2 parts. I've done mega events in the past where they're all the entire show, but it usually ends up being 3 hours, and then YouTube algorithm doesn't usually suggest the 3-hour videos and what have you. So we split them up into a part 1 and a part 2 kind of thing. But I guess we can say that Becky and Shayna, I don't know if we'll get a cut scene out of this. It is a rivalry. This is going to be multiple times they faced each other, so maybe we got to do some kind of stipulation between these two to end the rivalry here. But it's been going for quite some time for Becky and Shayna. And when this one is all said and done, maybe it's a #1 contendership that comes out of this rivalry. We'll have to stay tuned and find out. Here's your Queen of Spades.
From Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Who do you think's got the upper hand on this rivalry so far? Between Shayna and Becky. Like I said, we'll see if anything comes out of this one today. As far as our cutscenes go. Alright, here we go. I feel like Becky's pretty much had the upper hand in this one, but we'll see as they lead into the clash. What kind of stipulation would you guys like to see in this one? We were mentioning we want you guys to name the stipulation for Roman Reigns and Edge. What about this one? This is turning into like a mini Extreme Rules, right? Man, what a spine buster by Shayna Baszler. She's been training with Arn Anderson or something. Possibly. Unbelievable. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We are getting a little bonus action here. A little cutscene. Becky Lynch knocked out to the outside of the ring. And she is taken off. Look at this. Becky Lynch, gets rocked by Baszler. Maybe we gotta do a Falls Count Anywhere match or something. So there's no escape if Becky's gonna try to run away. I almost want to say Steel Cage. We've had a number of Steel Cage matches the last couple of months. Maybe we can do we called it an Ultimate Fighter match last time. We were calling it a blood sport match, but we could also do what WWE calls, and we can just do the pit fight, which was kind of a match that I had been doing based on UFC, but then WWE took it and did pit fight. But it's basically the scrap metal steel cage, and you win by knockout or submission only, which is kind of what the pit fight is. So maybe that'd be perfect for Shayna and Becky. We can do the pit fight coming up at Clash of the Champions, so stay tuned for that. Ankle lock locked in, especially if Becky's going to try to run out of here on this one. There goes your ankle lock, and it's only early going here, so it's not going to affect Becky Lynch as she rolls out of it and is going to kick away at Shayna Baszler, sends her back. Nice rocking forearm by Becky Lynch has Shayna Baszler into the buckle. Forearm blow right to the throat and then stomping away at Shayna Baszler. Forget about it. Oh, what happened? I was going to say controller disconnected. I got a full 3 bars. Now, I worried for a second, like, is the controller dying? Because it was dying when we were filming our stuff on Sunday, but no, we charged this thing up. We charged this guy up. It's ready to go. But meanwhile, Becky Lynch, she was running away momentarily, but she is unloading now on the Queen of Spades. Oh, and she gets caught. Normally, Becky Lynch, the more popular one, but I wonder if the fans are starting to get more behind Shayna a little bit. Shayna willing to stand up and fight. Shayna Baszler is a dominating force in NXT. Still dominant in WWE, but I don't know if she's quite hit that potential that she's been at yet. Of course, she's been teaming with Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey in our Alliance Universe mode that we did for a time was the women's champion there, or the Money in the Bank winner, I should say. Look at Shayna just teeing off on Becky Lynch. Oh, Karafuda clutch. Locked in onto Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch has tapped out. How about that, folks? What do you guys think? Pit fight rematch? I mean, Shayna just won by submission. Someone will have to go back to the past streams and let me know who's won the previous battles between Shayna and Becky Lynch. I feel like it's been mostly Becky, but someone go through and remind me. Because I know they've had a number of matches over the last month, but I say we do it pit fight style. Shayna's backyard. The ultimate fighting cage. And see who comes out on top, but there you go. We roll on Monday Night Raw. We're just moments away from Omos and T-Bar, our main event between these monsters. Of course, we'll have our WWE Dark exclusive matchup. Let's see here. This could be interesting with... this is a one-on-one. But let's do... let's change the participants up. Instead of Bobby Lashley going up against Ali, it's going to be Montez Ford. And we talked about, is Montez Ford going to have any backup? Maybe he does. Let's figure out right now who's going to be Ford's backup. We can either add 2 new members into Universe Mode. Is there anyone in NXT? Trying to go through the list here and see who we got. Actually, I got kind of an idea. Now, it would involve adding more folks into the roster here, but I'm okay with that. How about making their Monday Night Raw, at least in Universe Mode, debut the former members of the Hurt Business? How about Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin are going to be with Montez Ford? Now, let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Should this be a full-time group? Is this going to be a temporary introduction of Benjamin and Cedric joining up here in Universe Mode? What do you guys think? What should we call this group? Obviously, you got the Hurt Business on the right. What do you call the group on the left? Or is it not even going to be a group? Is it going to be temporary? But you got kind of an interesting dynamic here as Montez Ford really going towards former Hurt Business members here to really stick it to MVP, Angelo Dawkins, and Bobby Lashley. Now, last time we saw Bobby Lashley, he might still be reeling because he got whooped up on against Omos. So we'll see what happens here. We'll have to see, too. Right now, Montez Ford still rocking with the Street Profits Tron, the Street Profits gear, the Street Profits entrance. Coming up at Clash of the Champions, is he going to become his own man? Is he going to shed the gear? Is he going to be his own Montez Ford? Or is he still going to rock the Street Profits gear as a singles? We'll have to see, but Shelton and Cedric's with them, and like I said, we'll have to add them into Universe Mode after this. I think we'll officially make them part of the lineup.
And his opponent from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the almighty Bobby.
I missed the curve. It only was in for a little bit of time because then the pandemic hit, but there's a reason I picked the curve stage. I just kind of like it. I like how it looks. It was unique. It was different. It almost reminds me of Sold Out 98 a little bit, if you guys know that stage. It looks so massive, too. We try to differentiate, pick some different, SmackDown's got kind of the wider screen. When we were doing main event, it was almost like the Thunderdome setup. But here we go. Montez Ford, Bobby Lashley, and Cedric and Shelton, part of Universe Mode now, entering in a very strong tag team division. Oh, speaking of spine busters, we saw a big one in the last match. Montez Ford taking it to Bobby Lashley. Tearing away at the ankle, tearing away at the ACL. And you wondered if Ford was going to have backup. He's got himself some backup. Bobby Lashley walked right into that one. Fisticuffs by Ford. Back body drop. Taking a look at the chat. You guys are quiet tonight. You must be playing WWE 2K23. Normally the chat's a little more lively for our WWE streams. Like I said, it was a big night, so maybe folks are busy with 2K23. Lashley powers out. Ford, oh, Bobby Lashley gets the knees up on Montez Ford. Oh, massive strength by big Bobby Lashley. Suplex. What are some of the combos? There's like combos in here, right? A hurricane. Oh, that's for Montez. I was like a Hurricane Rana for Lashley. Let's see. I think I just did the snap suplex. Square X circle. Square X circle. Oh, we did that recently too. What was the other one? The military press? What was it? Square circle? Oh, he blocked it. Ford blocked it. So we'll never know unless you guys can remember. Montez Ford battling back. Oh my goodness. Down goes Bobby Lashley. Into the cover. And Lashley kicking out again. Lashley doesn't want to drop 2 in a row. Former multiple-time WWE champion. WrestleMania headliner. And Ford from the top hits the splash onto Bobby Lashley. And you got Shelton and Cedric keeping the Hurt Business at bay. Lashley going down again. Montez Ford up top. He's going to hit the frog splash. He nails it onto Bobby Lashley. And Montez Ford, my goodness. Bobby Lashley down in defeat, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes. Frog splash knocking off Bobby Lashley. And Montez Ford with his new backup picks up the win here. Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. You guys saw me tweet. Was it Dawkins, I believe, did an interview and said the Street Profits will never turn on each other. And I quote tweeted that on Twitter. And I was like, oh, whoops. Whoops. So yeah, Cedric, Shelton, welcome into Universe Mode. And Montez Ford picking up a monster win here. We're going to go ahead and edit them in. 77 members. Do I have that many? Maybe we need to go in and cut some people. Let's go through the roster. Maybe if there's someone we're not using, we can drop them, because 77 is a heck of a lot, but we'll see. There you go. There's your NWO Shawn Michaels, who I downloaded another Shawn Michaels. Maybe you didn't download. I don't know. I have to look. Download another one for the battle with Dolph Ziggler coming up. Let's see here. Shelton. I got to go in and make them a tag team as well. There we go. There's Shelton and Cedric. And then, like I said, we'll take a brief pause. Let's go through the list and see if there's anyone we can eliminate. AJ, we use him. Tozawa 24/7. We haven't used Bliss or Cross for a while. Asuka, Theory, yes. Bossman, we haven't seen since he got sent off in the ambulance. Compliments of Drew McIntyre. Brock Lesnar, Cedric, Gable and Otis we haven't used in quite some time. Maybe for the time being, we eliminate them. We can switch them with Cedric and Shelton. And we can always add them back if we need to at a later date. But Kiwi Glow we haven't seen in some time. Either Diesel and Dolph, Gulak, Edge. We do use... we used Eric and Ivar much either, even though we just had them recently. We'll keep them in the mix for now, but they can always be... there you go. HBK NWO is what his name is. His name's HBK NWO. So, okay. Io Shirai, yes. Usos, of course. Jinder. Devlin, we've been using. Killshot, of course. Owens, Kofi, Mace, Liv Morgan is in the mix. We haven't used Mandy in a while. Toxic Attraction, Madcap, Mayu Iwatani, Ford. Miz is in the mix, but he doesn't get much play either. Omos, Nikki Cross, Otis, sorry you guys are cut. Puma we use. R-Truth has been in the mix lately. Reckoning, Rey Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Riddle. I guess most of these guys we do kind of, even if they're not prominently featured all the time, they do get in rotation. We haven't seen Nakamura for a while. Sheamus as well. Struggles to get on the card sometimes. Tamina, Ciampa, there's Machine, Typhoon. Everyone else is pretty regularly used. So, okay, so we basically just switched out Otis and Gable there for Shelton and Cedric. So, there you go. Was Shelton and Cedric on NXT maybe? I'd have to review. I think they might have been on NXT. I might have thrown them on NXT. Now I gotta look at the card real quick to make sure they're not doing double duty here. For some reason, I remember them being. They are. Oh, they're gone now. Shelton and Cedric. So there you go. We made an NXT promotion when it's all said and done. There you go. I thought I remember them being in NXT. Shelton, Cedric, the main roster call up. Here they are. All right, back to the show. Back to Monday Night Raw as we are quickly approaching, I would dare say, our main event here. Let's see, you got 6, 7. Yeah, I say we do. I say we do 2 more matches, and that could be an interesting. Instead of AJ Styles and Edge, we said Omos and T-Bar would be our main event. Let's how about instead of Rey Mysterio, let's edit here, and we'll do AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. But we'll make it interesting because again, we're gonna have Roman Reigns, who's gonna be accompanied by Paul Heyman, and the speculation is gonna absolutely continue. Like, what the heck is this all about? And then we'll do our main event, which will be Omos versus T-Bar. So why don't we just go ahead and do it now? So we'll do edit, customize. Why don't we just do the rest of the card? Sometimes we like doing that. Oh! Please don't go into the match. Please just save it. Okay. Edit. Customize. 1-on-1. Normal. This is going to be Omos with Apollo Crews going up against T-Bar. T-Bar with Mustafa Ali, your undisputed champion. And then what about our Patreon match? Let's see here. What can we do for our Patreon match? Let's look at the card. See who we can put into the mix. We saw Brock, saw Bianca and Asuka, Montez and Dawkins, Roman and Edge. Maybe I'll have something with them on SmackDown. Becky and Shayna. Something with Owens and Mysterio, maybe, since we did have Mysterio. We could also have something with the Intercontinental Championship. Rollins. Why don't we just do a big hodgepodge match? A 6-man match for our Patreon. This is going to be our WWE Dark match on Patreon. We got tornado match. We can do a ladder match. We can do a normal match. TLC tag. A lot of these are all tag matches. What about a battle royal? Maybe we can do a good old WWE Dark battle royal with a lot of the top competitors, and we can throw. But a lot of them are gonna have to lose. All right, let's just do a 6-man battle royal, and it's gonna involve Ciampa. We'll even put Jinder Mahal in the mix. It's gonna be Rey Mysterio. We'll have Kevin Owens get in here as well, because we know that Owens and Mysterio are going to have their match. We will do Seth Rollins. And we will have Bobby Roode. So there you go. I think that's a pretty darn interesting. That's going to be your Patreon WWE Dark match involving, Seth and Robert Roode are going to have the Intercontinental Championship match. Owens and Mysterio are going to have their match at Clash of the Champions. Mahal and Ciampa trying to get themselves into the mix in the Intercontinental Championship match. So that'll be your WWE Dark match as well. And I think we got most of the matches all kind of represented there. Trying to look at Devlin and Theory. We can do something with them on SmackDown. We got Owens in the mix. We did Becky and Shayna earlier. Roman and Edge. We're about to do Roman right now. Dawkins and Ford. We did them earlier. We have the Intercontinental mix here. Retribution and Generation Now. Ali and Omos coming up. Ziggler and Michaels can be on SmackDown, and Usos and Natural Disaster. So I think we did a pretty fair job of getting all the hype set up. So we got 2 more matches to go on this stream, and then your WWE Dark episode 11, which is going to be exclusively on patreon.com/TBSports27, is going to involve that there Battle Royal. And it's also going to involve the results of NXT. You'll get that as well on our Patreon stream. Brady Man is here. Brady says, I've yet to play my copy of 2K23. I got the deluxe edition, but the servers are laggy, and a lot of people must be getting it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. The good old days. Remember the good old days? I know games, I guess they can't fit on a disc anymore, right? But the good old days where you can just buy a game, pop it in, and play it right away. That's one thing I do love about my Switch. That is hard with the PlayStation here. Is, boy, you run out of space so darn fast, and then you gotta figure out what you gotta delete or uninstall. My fiance recently, when she was here, we bought FIFA, 'cause she's a big soccer fan, and I had to uninstall The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2 just to even be able to play FIFA, because I had no space left. But The Last of Us is kind of that, a series, once you've beaten it, it's so story driven that it doesn't matter if you erase your file or what have you. So yeah, super interesting here, as we're going to see Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman together. And what exactly this means, as Roman Reigns will go one-on-one with Edge coming up. And again, you guys, patreon.com/TBSports27, you guys will get to name the stipulation Edge versus Roman Reigns. What kind of match? You've seen them have their wars on Patreon over the last couple of weeks. Well, it's coming to Clash of the Champions, and you guys determine the stipulation. But what is Paul Heyman got up his sleeves here? He's got Roman Reigns with him. He was with Brock Lesnar earlier. Is Paul Heyman trying to peel off from WWE, or is he trying to get away? I don't know what's going on here. The speculation of what's been going on, as we said in our old universe mode, Paul Heyman was on the other side in a war with Don Callis' Top Talent Agency. But what is Paul Heyman trying to put together here? Could he be trying to make a bid for WWE. We know that we're going to have the interim president named on next week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And it's someone that's got presidential history within the WWE. And we've asked you guys for your predictions in the comments. And a lot of you guys think it's going to be Triple H who's going to be the interim president. But keep the speculation going. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live chat. Who do you guys think the interim president of WWE is going to be? While there's no Mr. McMahon right now, as he is retired and he's basically forced out, as Mustafa Ali leaked a bunch of not so good information out to the media. Remember that lockbox? Yeah, he hacked it. The hacker, Mustafa Ali, got into the lockbox. He got in there, and Mr. McMahon done. Everybody that tried to eliminate Mr. McMahon from WWE over the years. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. How about Mick Foley? What about DX? Had their battles with Mr. McMahon. Bobby Lashley had his battles with Mr. McMahon. Think about everybody that's gone toe-to-toe with the boss, that have tried to eliminate Mr. McMahon from WWE, and the man that did it was Mustafa Ali. Forever will go down in history as the man that eliminated Mr. McMahon from WWE forever. So we've had Adam Pearce running the show for a while, but obviously SmackDown's been taken over by Retribution. It's basically been out of control for a number of weeks and months as well, leading up to this new interim president announcement. And perhaps Paul Heyman, rumors of abound as who is eventually going to purchase WWE. We've heard Eric Bischoff's name being thrown around, maybe Paul Heyman trying to get a group together to purchase WWE. So we will have to see what all happens there, as AJ Styles, Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is another one, much like Brock Lesnar, who has not had too much success in our universe mode. He's picked up a couple of wins since his return. He did take a submission loss, though, a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. So now with, it looks like Paul Heyman by his side, are we going to see returning to his side? Paul Heyman was by his side. Oh, a spiral tap by Styles. Are we going to see a return to form for Roman Reigns? Who knows? There's your cover. Ooh, there's a kick out by Roman Reigns. Styles stomping away at Roman Reigns. Oh, Superman punch. AJ Styles goes down, and Styles gonna get choked out here. Oh, AJ trying to hang on. Oh my God, that was a knockout blow by AJ, to AJ, I should say. Oh, AJ, he's trying. Oh, look at this, AJ Styles is out, and Roman Reigns is your winner. Holy smokes. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar looking pretty dominant here on Monday Night Raw. Styles looks a little shaken up after the loss to Roman Reigns. And as Roman Reigns is going to head back up the entryway, of course, our main event is up next, folks. And we're going to see an interesting stare down between Mustafa Ali and Roman Reigns as they meet and kind of cross paths and they look at each other. Speculation continues. Is Roman Reigns still with Retribution? Is he not? Guys, you're going to have to stay tuned to find out. Who knows what's going to happen? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Omos trying to defend his avenge his loss to T-Bar. Of course, Omos led by
The following contest,
Apollo Crews, the Nigerian Nightmare, the winner of the G1 Supercards New Japan Rambo, a man that has picked up a lot of momentum but was stopped in his tracks by T-Bar and is looking to get that win back against T-Bar.
And his opponent, accompanied by Mustafa Ali from parts unknown.
There's your WWE Undisputed Champion Mustafa Ali, who had the stare down with Roman Reigns as Roman was heading back, and of course there's T-Bar. And you're going to see some two big Goliaths clash here. And are you looking at your future WWE Undisputed Champion in Omos? Look at this. Omos slamming down T-Bar. T-Bar duck under and Omos. Whoops. Flipping T-Bar up and over. Omos stomping away at T-Bar, and again, just power slamming T-Bar. And oh my God. This looks like a whole different Omos. He looks completely healed. We haven't heard of any retribution attacks lately onto Omos. Oh my God, this is insane. This is what we want to see at Clash of the Champions, as we're potentially looking at a brand new WWE Undisputed Champion in this Nigerian Nightmare. Omos waiting for T-Bar. I think T-Bar's gotten a move in here. Yeah, there we go. There's a chop. He got one in, but immediately answered right back. Oh. Ducked right under. Oh my goodness. There's T-Bar. Big athleticism by T-Bar. And just stomping away, crushing the chest. Now this is also dangerous, because if Omos gets injured here, or gets injured worse than he, potentially already is, that's going to give Ali a huge advantage going into the Clash of the Champions. Omos kicking out, and T-Bar, and he's talking. I think he's just talking to Mustafa Ali in the corner, and he might want to turn around. And yeah, he was looking and talking to Ali one too many times, folks, and just got turned inside out. And again, we got Suplex City earlier with Brock Lesnar. We're getting it again with the Colossus Omos. And Omos has T-Bar. What's he going to do here? No way. No way. Power bombing T-Bar. Oh, T-Bar powering out. Hey, not many people can say they got a pinfall win over Omos. T-Bar's one of them. He's got him up, and oh, T-Bar raking the eyes. Come on. That should have been it, folks. That should have been it. And Omos, oh no, Omos is about to feast his eyes onto T-Bar. A 1 count. I believe that was the move that got Omos pinned on SmackDown. This time it was only a 1 count. T-Bar doesn't know, he's a little taking it back. T-Bar going up top, and Omos, Ric Flair style, takes him from the top. And once again, I mean, he can just do that all day to T-Bar. What's he got now? Picks him up. Just a pancake. Just pancaked him. Get you some pancakes, T-Bar. And again, again, just sends him over. Wait a minute, Ali getting in the face. Oh! Damn that Mustafa Ali. T-Bar caught by Omos. Omos sends him down. One more time. I don't think T-Bar's hitting him once out of that. Back chop there. And Omos just wearing out T-Bar. Just throwing him around. Here comes T-Bar. And Omos, German suplex onto the back of the head. Big chop. And Omos just wearing out T-Bar right now. And sends him to the floor. Here comes referee's 10 count. Double underhook. Power bomb on the floor. And T-Bar, he's just getting destroyed right now by Omos. Oh, here comes T-Bar answering back. Into the steel steps. That could be the opening that T-Bar needs, folks. Big boot by Omos. Not a problem. He picks him up this time. There's no counter. 10:31. And Omos has avenged the loss and pins T-Bar here on Monday Night Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be looking at your brand new WWE Undisputed Champion Omos challenges Undisputed Champion Mustafa Ali at Clash of the Champions. T-Bar walks off, humiliated. He cannot believe it. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to go to our final matchup here. But this match, the Battle Royal, is going to be exclusively patreon.com/TBSport27. Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins in the mix. Mr. Money in the Bank, Kevin Owens in the mix. Number one contender, Bobby Roode in the mix. It's a battle royal. It's a Clash of the Champions battle royal. It's coming your way. Patreon.com/TVSports27 WWE Dark Episode 11. Don't miss it.